Hey, I'm Josh with Walkers, and this week we're getting our bear bait set up, and I thought I'd take a couple minutes with you to really run through bear baiting start to finish. And so we've got our bait here in the trailer, and really bait to start with is key, right? You want something that's actually gonna bring the bear in and bring them in on a regular basis. Getting them there once isn't good enough. And so what we do is we've got fryer oil, right? And our oil is a scent that will blast out into the wood all over the bait site to let the critters know that there's something there for them. We've got peanuts and candy corn and that kind of stuff, so you get some healthy fats, some sugars, those kinds of things. I like some breads like Pop-Tarts, stuff like that. Something to fill them up, make them feel full, make them want to come back. And then when they get sick of all that sugar and fat and processed food, like we want to give them something healthy to chew on around the same site. So I've got buckets of apples, 1 bucket goes to each bait, just to make sure that they've got both high fats, high sugars, and then also natural food all in one spot. Let's head on over to the bait and get one of these things set. Well, we're out here at one of our baits, and you'll see this is a traditional bait pit that we've got here where we dug a hole, and we used to throw our bait in the hole, cover it with logs, and the logs keep like raccoons and crows and all the other critters out. But a bear's big enough to flip the logs off and get at it. The reason we're going away from these now is because every time it rains, and it rains all the time during bear season up here, all the bait in the pit gets wet, gets mushy, gets moldy, and then the bears will abandon the bait. And so what we do now is we run these barrels, and you know, the barrel, it's not that pretty. Like, I kind of hate it in the backdrop of our hunts and stuff like that. But here's what it does. It keeps it nice and dry, right? And so I'm gonna load this thing up with bait. I'm gonna stick a couple logs into the hole on the side to keep the raccoons and stuff out of here. We chained it up to the tree to guarantee that it stays in one spot. And now the bears have consistent quality food. We can put a bunch in here. They gotta roll it around to get it out. They gotta battle with it a little bit versus just laying over the pit and eating. And so overall, it just guarantees you higher quality food for the bears, which guarantees you that the bears are gonna stick around, right? Like, that's what we're looking for here. So we're gonna fill this thing up. What we're gonna use is, you know, this processed food, like the peanuts and the Pop-Tarts and all that stuff, that's what goes in the barrel, right? So I'm gonna dump about a half 5-gallon pail in this thing to start. I don't mind if a little gets out, bring the raccoons in a little bit, that's okay. I just don't wanna feed them all. I've got a 5-gallon pail of apples. And I like the apples for after the bears start to get a little tired of that processed food. I'm gonna wanna smash some of them, get some of that scent up into the air. Like, all the critters like this stuff. It's good eating. And then before I get this thing all oiled up and scented, I'm gonna set the bait. What I mean by that is I'm gonna get this log in there so that the raccoons just can't climb right in. Throw that up there. It's big enough so that a raccoon can't lift it out of there, but a bear, even a 2 or 3-year-old, can easily just knock that log out of there. We're just gonna dump oil all over on our bait site. Now, anything that walks out here on the bait, it's gonna leave with footprints of oil all over the place, including me. So I'm gonna run these boots all season because they smell like a bait pit. Like, if I come out here in other tennis shoes from the house, 2 things. I'm gonna bring some of that house scent out to the bait, which I don't wanna do. And I'm gonna bring that bait scent back into the house, whichever they don't wanna do. Well, one of the ways that we minimize our impact or negative impact on these bait sites is running a good camera solution like these stealth cams. So what that allows me to do, so I've got the barrels that keeps the food dry so I can feed enough so I don't have to come out here and check it and fill it every day. And then I've got the cams to let me know once the barrel has been disrupted, so that if the barrel's getting hit every night, I can come out here and check it. I can fill it. I can keep the bait site active, right? And so having a good cam solution allows you to minimize your negative impact on the bait site. So what I like to do is not only just cover the bait itself, like, okay, that's great, I can see what's eating on my stuff, but I wanna see where it's coming from, what time it's getting in. I wanna see where it leaves the bait site. I wanna see what it does when it's here. So I like to get a big, wide view. So having a camera that can not only get good pictures, but also is sensitive enough in the middle of the night to capture an image from something pretty far away is a big deal. The other thing I like about these stealth cams is they're cellular. So I don't want to come out here and have to grab cards to know what the heck's going on. So this stuff will send me basically on whatever cadence I want. For me, I just want updates once a day. So I wake up, have some coffee, and I see what's been hitting the bait the night before. So pretty cool solution from Stealth Cam. So that's a wrap. We got our bait set. Set a bait where you can keep your food dry, keep the critters happy, give them something to eat that'll actually, like, one, entice them to visit, and two, make them feel good, right? Have some apples, have some stuff like that available for them if they get sick of that super sweet stuff. And then minimize your scent on the bait site with some good rubber boots, some gloves, that kind of thing. And then minimize how often you have to come out to your bait site by running stuff like those Stealth Cams. So with those solutions implemented, those are really the big lessons learned over the years. We should have a pretty darn good bear season out here at F5. Well, hopefully you got some value out of this. If you're getting ready to set your baits, implement some of these strategies, and I'm sure that they will help. Jump in, subscribe below. We got a whole bunch of this type of content that we're dropping here on the channel. And I know different parts of the country are implementing different strategies as it relates to baits. So drop a comment below if there's something different that you're doing that's super successful. We'd like to hear about it.